Those are our hamburger buns into our 350-degree oil. As our hamburgers start to brown, we are just gonna flip them over. Oh my gosh, look at how fun, and make sure that they get golden brown on the other side. All right, once both sides of your hamburgers are nice and golden brown, ooh, we're just gonna pop them onto our paper towel lined little plate here so it soaks up all of that excess oil before we move on to our next step. Woo! All right, while our buns are cooling, I have just a small little bowl and I'm bringing in our pulled chicken for this fun little recipe. You could obviously do like a little rotisserie chicken if you'd like, but I'm just gonna start with about half of this container of that shredded chicken, just like so. And that should be pretty good. You could also do a shredded turkey here. You could do shredded mushrooms even if you wanted to do something more vegetarian. Once you have your chicken in there, I'm gonna come in with one of my favorite ingredients to use, which is this Sweet Baby Ray's barbecue sauce. Obviously you can make your own barbecue sauce, but I love using the Sweet Baby Ray's. And this is just his original barbecue sauce. And I like a lot of sauce. I'm a saucy girl. So we wanna make sure that chicken is completely submerged. We're just gonna go ahead and give that a nice little toss. And obviously you could do less, you could do more, but I, like I said, am a saucy girl, so we wanna make sure that's nice and well combined before we move on to our next step. All right, that is looking amazing. We're gonna move that off to the side. I'm bringing in my other favorite ingredient for this recipe, which is just some coleslaw, and I have another separate little bowl. And obviously you can shred your own cabbage and shred your own carrots. I love coleslaw, especially in the summertime. It is so easy and simple to make. Obviously you can make your own, but I'm just gonna make sure that we get a good amount right into our little bowl. And one of my secret ingredients, Marie's coleslaw dressing. It's almost like a honey mustard and mayo, but obviously you can make your own dressing. But this is something that I use all the time. And actually my parents use it all the time when we're barbecuing back home on the West Coast. Once we have enough dressing in there, again, we're just gonna go in and make sure that it's nice and well combined. I like mine with a little bit of crunch still, but I know some people like it a little more wet. So it's totally a preference how you prefer your slaw. I think that looks pretty good if you ask me, making sure that we get that nice and distributed. We're gonna move that off to the side and we're bringing back in our deep fried hamburger buns. I have, of course, our barbecue chicken. Oh my gosh, this is going to be the lunch of the summer. You don't even have to get the grill out. We are having deep fried pulled barbecue chicken, little Sammy's. And obviously you can portion this however you'd like. I like my Sammy's super stacked. So don't be shy with that chicken, that barbecue. Oh my gosh, my mouth is watering. And I prefer like a more savory kind of barbecue sauce versus a sweet, and that's totally a preference. And then I have, of course, don't forget our coleslaw, which again, you can buy your store-bought. Oh, that sweet, sweet slaw. Absolutely delicious, so easy. You could even make these into sliders if you wanted to. But like I said, you don't even need the barbecue. Now that we have those, I'm just gonna bring on our top bun. Boop, and boop. I mean, could you ask for a better, easy, quick little lunch? And of course, everyone knows I love to just cut right down the middle, and I love to see that crosshatch. That is my signature move with any of my delicious sandwiches. We can hear the crunch of that bun too. Make sure we get nice and down in there. Lovely. All right, moment of truth. Oh, I'm really, really excited. Oh my gosh. Coleslaw, barbecue chicken with that Sweet Baby Ray's, and of course, our deep fried bun, looking and smelling absolutely delicious. You have to give this summer lunch a try.